Ojite guys, welcome back to my channel, Romania. I'm Carol J, and I have another video for you today, and it involves once upon a time, children were born, some boys, some girls, and they had one life to live. That's the name of this video, One Life to Live, and I'll see you on the next shot. Ojite guys, welcome back. Carol J here, and I have another video for you today. My little children, the boys and the girls, in today's video, as I said on the first shot, is called One Life to Live. Now, we all know what that means. We have one life to live, right? We all do. So shouldn't we be living this life to the fullest? I think so. And I do have some notes here, and so I'm going to go. I don't have many notes, so I'm basically just going to be talking off the cuff for this one. But we all know what having one life to live means. But somehow, a lot of us take that for granted. And when I say a lot of us, I sometimes I can find myself, rushing things along as well. But as I make myself aware of the rushing and recognizing that I have one life to live, and so I need to live it to the fullest, I'm sending a message to you as well, to all of us. We have one life to live. So how are you living your life? Are you living your life? Are you complaining right now? Is there something going on in your life that you're not happy with? And instead of you riding that wave or figuring out solutions to whatever you're complaining about, are you just complaining? Are you not living your life to the fullest? Because there's never going to be a shortage of things that we can complain about in this life. That's a fact. That's the absolute truth. There's never going to be a shortage of things that we can complain about. But on the same token, there's so much more that we can appreciate in this life, because we only have one life to live. And there was one time I know I was at a position. I had a job. I was at a position, and I decided that I wanted to be in the dumps that day. I wanted to complain about whatever. Something, we have things that happen in our life and there's no rhyme, no reason. So I can't even remember what I wanted to be in the dumps about. But just as fast as I tried to be in the dumps about whatever I was, whatever was going on at that time, somebody rode up in a wheelchair, and the guy did not have any legs. And I took that right away as my sign to, wait a minute, back it up a minute. What are you complaining about? You got two legs. It's so funny. The universe will let us know when we're trying to complain about something simple, something silly, or something that's a natural part of things, or something that's going to pass, something that's not going to stay forever. Because this life that we're living is moment by moment, and we never stay in the same place forever. That's why there's tomorrow, right? This is today, and then we have tomorrow, and then we have the next day. Well, what if you didn't think what if you didn't have the next day? You know what I mean? We all assume that we have that next day. We all assume, oh, we have tomorrow. Oh, we have tomorrow. Well, what are you putting off for tomorrow that you can do today? I know I have it bad. I was like, okay, so, and I'll make it sound good. I'll try to double up and be like, you know what? Tomorrow I'm just going to have to do double, because today, but what if there was no tomorrow? You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that there's not going to be a tomorrow. I'm hoping everybody live long, full lives. But we have to come to a realization. We know there's two absolute truths in this life. And that is that we're born and that we're going to die. However you want to take that in, that's an absolute truth. And so with that fact, knowing that fact, what are you doing in between the time that you're born? And we know half of that time was just growing up. Half that time was just growing up. And what are you going to do with the other parts? What are you going to do? Are you going to complain about every little thing that happened in your life that doesn't go your way? Are you going to complain about what other people are doing? And if you're complaining about other people are doing, especially if it's not affecting you, that's I would say, absolute waste of time. That is not a good way to enjoy the one life that you have to live. So don't do that. So, or are you angry all the time? Do you not see the good in every breath that you get to take? Because taking a breath is a blessing, because there's a lot of people who fight for a breath every day. They get oxygen, they have to roll around with an oxygen tank, oxygen mask. And my hearts go out to anybody that does. But if you do not, are you appreciating the breath that you have, that you get to breathe in every day? Are you appreciating the waking of your eyes every morning? And this is a video to highlight, to bring awareness to how blessed we can be in this one life that we have to live, and how we can make the most of this one life that we have, and how worrying about silly things, frivolous things, things that don't even matter, can suck up a lot of our time in our life, because we can spend let's say it's Monday. So you got Monday. So now you're angry. And so you're angry all day Monday. You decide you're going to wake up Tuesday and also be angry. Just 2 days now. Now you're still angry because nothing went your way. But you know why? Because you're angry and you attracted that. You keep attracting that energy back to you. But we'll get into that later. So now it's Tuesday and you're still angry, or you're in a bad mood, or you're all frowned up. But yet you got a breath. You got 2 legs, you got 2 arms. I mean, you're able to move about. You got food, you got shelter. And I'm talking in general terms. Now, if for some reason that you one of those people that don't, you probably won't be watching this video, but I'm talking in general terms. This is the basic needs that I'm talking about. The basic necessities that I'm talking about. So let's say you have all of these things and it's Tuesday now, and you're walking around angry. You're mad. What are you mad at? If someone was to ask you, would you even know how to tell them, or would you be too angry to tell them? So now Tuesday is gone. You decide you're going to wake up Wednesday and still be mad and angry. For what? For what? What is the issue? Because if it's a situation that you cannot change, being angry every day is still not going to change the situation. And once we can, a lot of times we want to be angry or be in a mood, because we're human. We feel like we have a right to be in those, and we absolutely do. We're supposed to go through our emotions, our feelings, as they come. However, we are not supposed to soak and wallow in certain feelings, because as we wallow in those feelings, we'll get comfortable there. And as we get comfortable there, it'll be Tuesday, it'll be Wednesday, it'll be Thursday, it'll be Friday. And before you know it, 6 months went by, a year went by, and then on and on and on. And you've lived all of that time angry, upset, mad, instead of rejoicing. Well, thank you. I woke up today. Thank you. Every day is a chance for you to change your circumstances, even if you don't to attempt to. And the first attempt that you have to change any situation, circumstance that the first attempt that we all have in our lives to change any situation is with our minds and our attitude. How does that saying go? It's not about what happens. It's about how you handle. No, it's not about what happens. It's about how you handle what happens. And how you handle what happens mentally in terms, that's your attitude. How are you handling what happened? Anytime something happened to you, are you flying off the handle? Are you getting mad? Are you being mean to other people that has absolutely nothing to do with why you're mad or upset? I think that is the most disrespectful thing that anybody can do. They take their madness and they take it out on everybody. I think it's so very much so unfair. And most of the time, the people who do this would not like if somebody was to do it to them. And we know that because they're angry. We know it obviously don't take too much to make them angry. So if somebody was to do the same thing to them, it would just increase their anger more than what it already is. So I ask you again, how are you enjoying or living your one life that you have to live? Because it goes pretty fast. And if we're on Wednesday, right? Wednesday was the last day you were angry that I said, let's go to Thursday, Friday. If you're still angry week after week, day after day, what are you doing? What can you expect? Well, what can you do? What can you possibly do to make yourself unangry? And if you don't know that, then I think it's about time that you find out, because in this one life to live, the days are going to keep going by. They're not going to just stop just because you're angry. So if you're not solving the issue within a shorter period of time, within a certain amount of time, are you just going to resolve to stay angry? Are you going to say, okay, well, maybe this is something I cannot change with a serenity? The things that you can change, change them. The things you cannot, that you don't have control over, you have to let them go and hope for the best. That's all we can do. Things that are out of our control, when we cannot control them, we have to hope for the best. And, like love relationships, and nobody likes to break up. Well, some people do, I know I did a couple times, but in relationships, nobody likes to break up. And sometimes that will cause us to be in a slump, or, sad, or this, that, and the other. But how long should that sadness last? That there's really no answer to determine that. But at some point, you're going to have to get over it, because the one thing you cannot do is control another person. And I ain't trying to control nobody. I'm doing this video for awareness. I want you to be aware that this life is going to keep on turning. It's going to keep on turning, and it's going to keep on turning whether you're happy or whether you're sad. So you might as well take the time to find a way to be, if not happy, at least content in this life. My battery's going dead. So I wanted to do this quick little video. I really don't have many notes on this. Let me see what I got. So, I get so hyped up about this because I walk around sometime on the street, and, so this is me all the time. So if you used to walk by me, this is pretty much probably what you'll see. This is my persona. This is my energy that I put out. But I walk around and I see people, and they're frowned up, and they grunt. They don't really speak. They grunt. Some people don't even hold doors. They're just in a mood. And I know I didn't do nothing to half of the people that I see that's walking around that's miserable. And I don't know what's going on in their life, but guess what? Everybody got something going on in their life. Everybody got something going on in their life. And we all can choose to be angry, mean, irritable. We all can choose to be like that, but that's it. It's a choice. Everybody has a choice of how they choose to reside in this world, in this one life that we have to live. Because the one thing that you're not going to get back, whatever today is in your world, what is it, December? No. Okay, so I'm going back. It is March the 16th, 2024. You're not going to get this day. Tomorrow, it will never be March the 16th, 2024. So while you're spending all this time mad, these are days that are just going to be lost, that you're not going to get back, and time is going to keep on turning. So let me see what other notes I got about this particular subject, because I see so many people walking around and they are sad. They don't have a reason to smile. And if this is you, then maybe ask yourself, why am I not happy? If you can change the reason why you're not happy, or the reason why you're not content, if you can change it, then that's when you start to put the process in place to actually change it, And if there's nothing wrong and you don't know why you're like that, then maybe try smiling, doing things that make you happy. Music is a great way to make you happy, great way to elevate your vibration, So if you're feeling in a bad mood, turn on some music. And dancing is even better. I have to tell myself this all the time. Dancing, I love to dance, but sometimes, but I will still turn on the music, because the vibration from the music still makes me feel good, and from time to time I get up and I'll dance and I'll just rock out, even sometimes if I don't feel like it, because it raises the vibration. It makes us feel good. But if you don't want to get up, even tapping your feet, bobbing your head, snapping your fingers, anything, you have to find ways. We have to find ways to make ourselves feel better, So, and guess what? Most of the times, there's not going to be anybody around to help us feel better. So we have to look within ourselves and find a way to make ourselves, me, myself, and I have to find a way to make me, myself, and I, if not ecstatic, at least content, I like to be happy, because it doesn't hurt anything. It doesn't hurt anything for me to be happy, So let me see what else I got. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. And I know life, I got the life. Life, there's a lot of things that happen in life. And trust me, I know I'm in it too. I'm in this world. I know there's a lot of things going on that could make one unhappy, sad, angry. There's a lot of things. But guess what? It goes back to, can I control this thing? If I can, then I'm going to control it, do what I have to do. If I cannot control this thing, then I have to just let it go and let the universe take care of it. Because otherwise, there's going to be another thing that's going to make me angry, upset, mad, sad, whatever. There's going to be more things that come on in this life that's going to make us that way. So if we got something from 2 years ago that we're angry about, and we're now 2 years later, there's going to be other stuff. So now you're just going to have an overload of stuff just stacked up within you while you're angry, while you're mad, and you can't find the joy in anything. That's no way to live. There's one life that we have to live. There's no way to live this one life. So just think about that. Be aware. I'm promoting my book, Funk Up VEO. Everything's in the description box. Get the book, because we got one life to live. Why not? Why not? Why not get the book? Because it's going to give you a lot of great insight. It's going to help you on a lot of things that's happening in this world, and your happiness and your personal power that you have to make yourself happy. Happiness is a choice. And contentment is a choice, because you don't have to jump straight to happiness. You can at least start with being content. Opposite, sad, angry, mad, because that's nowhere, because that's a low vibration. Low vibrations, guess what it does? It attracts more low vibrations. So every chance you get, we need to start raising the vibration. And from sad to angry comes at least content. At least from content, you can kind of go either way. And I would push to go towards the elevation part of the vibration scale, because everything attracts. So if you're going to stay low, you're going to get a lot of low. And when I say, this is what I mean when I say there's going to be other things to happen. So you better get you a tennis racket. When I say like a mental tennis racket in your head, a mental tennis racket. And so every time something comes up that's going to attempt to put you in a low mode, you take your tennis racket and you swap it that way. And you swap it that way. And you just keep swapping. You just play tennis. This life is a tennis game. Just keep swapping. That's my analogy of it. That's how I use my imagination, and you use your imagination the best way you can to get out of it. We have to find a way to make things funny, to make peace with these things, because life is going to keep on lifing, and there's no way around it. Life is going to keep on lifing, and we got choices. You can choose to stay mad, or you can choose to get glad. Let me see what else I got. Okay, let's see. Okay, so, and I know there's a lot of things, some people can say, well, I had a hard life. My whole life was hard. But listen to what you're saying. Your life is a whole bunch of people that's 6 feet under the dirt that can't even say that. They can't even say their life, and they probably at the end, they probably was like, man, I wish I had more life, because I would do so much things differently. So when you say, my life has been so bad, my life, I didn't have so many, this, that, and the other, you're still saying my life. So just pay attention. Think about it. Every day is a new day to start a new life. Every day is a new day to start anew, So I understand. And can't nobody tell me about, hardships and bad times and hard times. No, don't even try it, because I done pretty much been through everything. So it's a choice. It's a choice. We have feelings and emotions for a reason, and we are supposed to feel them, but we're not supposed to wallow in them. Wallowing, there's nothing going to come from wallowing. Not for an extended period of time. You wallow your recommended time or whatever, but there's nothing good that's going to come from wallowing. You're not going to move further from wallowing. You're only going to attract more wallow. Okay, so one of the ways, and I'm going to leave you with this tip, because this is the last note I have. I really didn't have any notes on this one. I think I said them all. So one tip that I'm going to leave you with, if there's absolutely something bothering you that you just making you so angry, so upset, you're just mad with the world. You're mad with the world. You're mad with yourself. You're just mad. How about writing it down on a piece of paper? Because as we keep these things inside of us, where it's just festering, it's just rolling around inside of us, and so it continues to make us mad. Write it down on a piece of paper. Write a stick figure on a piece of paper. Write a stick person on a piece of paper, and tell that stick figure what you think, what you mad. I mean, go off on that stick figure and let out all your emotions. Write them down. Get them outside of yourself, and see if that helps you be in a better mood. You know, because we all got to start somewhere, because life is going to keep on lifing, and we only have one life to live. And as we get close to or we get a scare of not having that life, that's when the woulda, coulda, shouldas come out. And sometimes when the woulda, coulda, shouldas come out, it's too late. It's too late to say, you know what, I'm not going to be mad anymore. You know what, I don't even want to be mad. You know what, that was silly for me to even be mad about that. For as long as I was, you know, that was silly. When you get to the woulda, coulda, shouldas, sometimes it's too late. It is what it is. And all you can do is just, it's a missed opportunity. A missed opportunity for you to live the one life that you had to live to the fullest. So if you haven't been doing it, today is a good day to start. And that's all I have. I don't have any more notes from that. And I'm going to say ojite until the next video. Mwah.